This is a huge, controversial debate. The Victoria Sponge has lost the right to be called Britain's top tea time treat.
How rude.
Unbelievable.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Let's get some sad music on there.
I feel sorry for her.
I really do.
Sad. Sad times for Victoria. Well, John Torode's here in the kitchen with the new title holder. And, John, it's Cheesecake.
Well, apparently, I mean, I suppose tea time sort of disappeared, hasn't it, really, in a way? Do you know what I mean? Having tea, so the thing is that it's sort of, you know, you have more of a dessert than a cake. I guess that's probably why.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a Victoria Sponge is a great thing. I mean,
it's a beautiful thing.
Wonderful, wonderful thing. And actually, here's a really, you know, talk about, because you like facts and tips and everything else, don't
you? Yes, please.
Work. To make a Victoria Sponge properly, all you got to do is weigh your eggs.
Oh.
If you weigh your eggs, the weight of your eggs then is the amount of sugar, butter and flour to make your Victoria Sponge.
And what's the perfect weight of egg?
Well, a normal egg's about 55 grams, 55 to 60 grams.
Right.
So 2 eggs would be 120 grams. So 120 grams of eggs, 120 grams of flour, 120 grams of sugar, 120 grams of butter. Mix them together. Therefore, you've got a Victoria Sponge.
And do you weigh it before you crack it, or you weigh it after you've cracked it?
Before you crack it.
Before you crack it. This is the stuff I need to know.
Honestly,
this is very interesting.
So that's Victoria
You're providing all the take-home today.
And if you bake a Victoria Sponge, you've got a Victoria Sponge. If you steam it, you've got a steam pudding. So they're they're exactly the same thing, right? So that's really... So this is I think what Delia was talking about was actually, when she talked about the pork chop, was basics. We don't cook the basics anymore. We don't understand the basics anymore. If you can cook a pork chop, you can cook a lamb chop. If you can cook, you know, a pork chop, you can cook a really good steak. If you can make a Victoria Sponge, you make a sponge pudding. If you then make jam. So we're going to do all that with the cheesecake.
I think what this is making me realise...
Cookery school.
What this is making me realise is I should have married a chef. This is fantastic.
I think it's probably making Hannah realise that too.
Maybe you could go and talk to Delia.
See whether Delia's available.
There you go.
As long as she wears the outfit.
Is the outfit included?
Which one? Which outfit do you want? Right, OK, let's talk about cheesecake. Cheesecake usually made up of 2 component parts, a base and then the top of it, OK? So you've got the creamy, cheesy bit. As many people know from the song, the buttery biscuit base, buttery biscuit base, got to be a base, buttery biscuit base. But the cheesecake shouldn't have the wobble. No wobble, doesn't really want to wobble, that's for sure. So, we've got the cheesecake base. I'm going to do it slightly differently because I really like a little bit of zing, and you can put whatever you like in it. I've used half ginger nut biscuits and half digestive biscuits, turn them into a crumb just in a food processor. Some ginger, stem ginger, Jimber? Hello, Jimber.
I like Jimber.
Hello, Jimber. Stem ginger, some cinnamon and a little bit of ginger powder. So it gets a little bit just a little bit more sort of zing, as I say. Melt your butter in a pan, and then keep the pan, don't have to use another bowl. Take your stem ginger... I can't say it. I can't. Hello, Jim!
We're just going to rebrand it today.
There you go.
Why not?
Some ginger powder.
You.
You put your ginger powder and the cinnamon in the butter. It just means that it mixes evenly through it. And mix that through first, any flavourings you're going to use. And then once you've done that, then you add your crumb to it. Now, once you've done that, what happens is the crumb will take up all your butter. And then you take into a thing. Then they've got yourself a buttery biscuit base.
I would love to just eat that.
There we are.
Come on.
I like the buttery biscuit base.
I'm not sure what's going on.
This is great.
I would just love that in a bowl, to be honest.
Oh,
that looks delicious.
And
it's
also,
not bad, is
the
it?
base of the cheesecake is so important. I'm not a fan. I had a cheesecake the other day, and it had that sort of more cushiony, it was more like spongy base.
Rubby.
Yeah.
And I was like, no,
you've
got to have a bit of crunch in there, man.
Yeah.
Line a spring-form tin with paper, sides and the bottom. Put your base inside it. And then the other thing is that people talk about pushing it down. Don't push it down too much, because if you do push it down a lot, what happens is it compresses, and then you don't really have the lovely crumbliness that you want from a cheesecake. Mix it around first. Once you've got the sort of bottom of it, then push it up the sides a little bit. You need a little bit of side across the side. Let that cool. But you don't have to let it cool, because the rest of it is going to cool anyway. Of course, the recipes are all available. There we are.
Like I'm dressed like your biscuit base.
There you are.
I could jump
You
in
do.
there and no one would
Actually,
know.
by the time we finish this, you actually may look like the cheesecake. Fantastic. What a bit of dessert you are, Joel. Right. Ricotta cheese, cream cheese, creme fraiche, sugar, lemon rind. Lemon juice is really important.
Oh, you've got quite the mix.
Lemon juice is important because what it will do will thicken your cheesecake mix.
OK.
There's no gelatin in here, there's no setting agent, you're relying upon the cream cheese. Ricotta sometimes can be a bit wet, so maybe if you want to, you can replace the ricotta with the same amount of cream cheese and just do cream cheese. But it's fun.
This might sound disgusting. So I love cheesecake so much. I talked about it so much
More
when
than
I was
ham?
in the jungle. Ham and cheesecake, the perfect meal for me.
Yeah.
And when I was in the jungle in 2016, all I talked about was cheesecake. So when I got out of the jungle, they gave me a cheesecake in my hotel room, and I ate all of it, the whole bit, not a slice, the whole thing.
After not eating for weeks.
After not eating for like 3 weeks, all of it. And I immediately, sorry to be graphic, sicked it back up.
Oh, nice.
I'd eaten so much of it that it actually tasted of cheesecake on the way out.
Oh, my God.
And it was delicious.
I mean, it's a lovely story. It makes for a lovely story.
I was like, nom, 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 nom.
I'm glad we talked about that, Joel. That's really, really nice. In the meantime, we're going to make my blackberry crumble mixture across the top. I'm going to just put some blackberries, some sugar and some lemon juice in a bowl. Mix this all together because this is now going to become... I don't know how this thing works.
These things always scare me.
There we go. There we go. Mix it together. Make the stripes on Joel's shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine. And then... And it mixes very, very quickly. Because the lemon juice, you want it to come so it goes thick.
Yeah.
And let it thicken up. There we go.
Love a bit of that.
There we go, into
Yeah, I
there.
could just get a little
And then we
spoon in
take
that. Can I just
ourselves...
Can I just try that?
Jump in.
Please help
That
yourself.
looks
I think
good
it's
as
the
well.
ricotta for me that makes a good cheesecake. The ricotta, like, some people don't use the ricotta in it. It feels a bit like, it gets a bit baked and a bit hard.
Yeah, and a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the other thing I find... Yes, and a bit rubbery.
Yes.
But I think the thing is about this is actually quite a soft cheesecake, and I've put mine in the freezer a little bit, so you're almost going to get a treat of like a half-frozen one.
OK.
So you just make it all down like this, and what I've done is I've made some jam. I made some jam by just taking some blackberries, some sugar, a little bit of lemon juice, which I'll put into a pan. There we go. And then, as you do this, you'll see this starts to mix together. Look, there we are.
I think we've got a picture of me sniffing
The
a
team are
cheesecake.
quick. The team are quick.
That's me sniffing a cheesecake in the jungle. That is unbelievable. I was so hungry at that point. Unbelievable. Honestly, I feel about that hungry right now. So,
The berries, what happens is the berries just let out a little bit of juice of the sugar. As soon as they do that, take them off the heat so they're still whole, mix together a little bit of corn flour and water, and I'm just going to put that in there, and it's going to... If you boil corn flour, another thing that you'll love with, Joel, if you boil corn flour, it won't thicken anymore. As soon as you boil it again, it breaks down. So take it off the heat and just let it sit, then the corn flour will set.
OK.
so what is the corn flour doing there? Sorry,
It's going to thicken it for you.
You get that. You get like one of those.
And then you end up with this. So now what we do is going to swap our cheesecake out, which has been in the fridge. We're going to take that from there.
It's a nice
We're
bowl,
going to bring this
isn't
one
it?
forward
It's a
to
good
you.
bowl.
There we are. And then what we do is we're now going to make the blackberry cheesecake top.
Oh, my.
The crumble top. Normal crumble, butter, oats, flour, sugar, cinnamon, all the bits of pieces. You rub it all together to make this mixture. You can eat that raw if you want, because I know how much you like things that are raw.
Yeah.
And then you bake it to make a crumble.
Have you ever had any hosts on this morning eat all of the ingredients before it's finished?
Sometimes because nothing's been cooked because we don't usually have enough time. But today I've got 8. Thanks very much, everybody. Take the blackberries across the top. There we go. There we go. And then like there. Look at that. There you go like that. Obviously, what's happening is today the gallery actually wants cheesecake because they're giving me extra time, which is very nice.
Yeah.
Now what I do is I take half that
Send it
crumble
up
mixture
to you guys afterwards.
and I put the crumble across the top.
Oh, lovely little addition.
Here. Yes.
It's like crumble and cheesecake.
Cheesecake and crumble together. Then what you do is you
dessert.
take...
Genuinely my two
Then you
favourite
take the rest of the crumble in with these there.
Yeah.
You mix that together like muesli and berries. So this is really good for you. You can't look there. Put that across the top. That's yours. That's yours.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. As you say, goodbye, Victoria Sponge. Hello,
Yeah,
cheesecake.
OK, I'm kind of getting it now.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I'm really sorry, we're running out of time. You're not going to have any time to eat it. Somebody else has to eat it for you. I'm really sorry.
To us? This is like, you're just dangling the carrot all day today.
Can I go in?
There you go. Here you go. Look, there you go.
That is genuinely an absolute masterpiece. Absolutely
right, go on,
beautiful.
Have some, because we're going to fall off air at this point.
Oh, here we go.
Good.
I'm sorry. That is unbelievable.
What a way to ruin it.
That is unbelievable.
OK, should we go to the
Michelle,
break?
come
well,
on.
I wanted some, but there's a little bit of...
Go and put that in
Joel,
there.
Joel,
I didn't realise it
drool.
dropped back on the cake. I'm
Joel,
so sorry.
drool on top. Wipe your chin, darling.
No.
Crikey. Right, so I'm going to take us to the break. For today's recipe details, check out our free This Morning app.
Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.